Mabuhay and good afternoon to everybody. I'm Jeannie Javelosa. I'm one of the Tres Marias who has started the management of the Banahaw Circle Nature Retreat. And I'm happy to welcome you for you to understand what we're doing here, which is about sustainable tourism, cultural preservation, and environmental preservation. Not only for Mount Banahaw, but also for the different sitios around the mountain, which is in Dolores, Santa Lucia, and Kinabuhay. Today, you're here in our first house, phase 1 of our Banahaw Circle. This is the called the Nature Villa. This was owned by an albulario. His name was Boy Fajardo. The first house was only this big, a nipa hut in the 1970s, during a time when there was no electricity in Banahaw and there was no roads. But because he had a life-threatening illness and the medical doctor said he had no more chance to be cured, he went into his own journey, woke up one day with his hands very hot, and what had happened was he had the healing power. So he went journeying into Banahaw, which is our tradition about the albularios and the healing traditions of our country. And from then on, everybody would come here because he was learning the hilot and he taught the hilot. So the founder of this home was the founder of Pitak, which is the traditional unit of the DOH. Very early on, they positioned this as a traditional unit of the DOH, and they started Athag, which was all about teaching the traditional hilot around the country. He went all the way to Germany teaching this. He passed away, and his children did not know what to do. But you see, I've been coming to Banahaw for almost 35 to 40 years. I have my house is up there, and tinawag ko ako ng Banahaw habang ako'y nasa Paris. I was living in Paris, and I was entering the metro, and I heard the santong boses say, Banahaw. So ako naman, saan yun? And anyway, I found myself here, and through time, I have been coming back here, and I have a house there, which becomes phase 2, which we're developing, no? Anyway, when Boy Fajardo died, his children didn't know what to do, and they called me, and I said, sige, let's plan a bigger something for this space, and we developed the Banahaw Circle. And I will give you a tour of what this is about, but just to make you understand that the Banahaw Circle is not just us. And this is not the only structure. The Banahaw Circle is about everybody who believes in what we believe in. And this includes all our guides, all the circle of people working together in Dolores, in Santa Lucia, as well as in Kinabuhayan, to be able to make sure that we bring together environmental preservation and sustainable tourism. So, Banahaw Circle is also many structures. So this is the first that you're going to meet up with. We will be opening various phases. We have another group in Langkaan, which we're developing into a jungle tour, and going to be, hopefully, that's a whole different concept up there. But we are going to be very actively working with our community partners around the area, because we understand that you have to do a concerted marketing effort together for us to all make angat. This is a 4th class municipality. We are with Lax. We have an ambition to move it up to 3, 4, 2nd and 1st class municipality through the village sustainable tourism manner, which means we need to help standardize the way our other community partners are also understanding tourism. It's a lot of mentoring, a lot of training, but down the line we will be having community partners that will offer other homes open under our standards that might be more affordable. Why? Because we will market them. Basically, that's it, no? We're looking at other programs to be able to support tourism on the angle of integrating supply chains for food, and that is why this is a slow food destination. We are part of the Slow Food International Destination Travel. I just have to submit the papers after this because we've just been so busy. But what is slow food? It is being able to have good, clean, and fair food. And everything that we do will integrate our farmers, our produce, as well as the local F&B way of developing. So slow food is not fast food. It is about supporting our farmers with local produce that create and help plant what is endemic to the area. Okay, so that is part of our direction here. So we've opened just 2 weekends ago. And we haven't stopped talking. And we are so grateful that you are also going to begin sharing as ambassadors the messages we want to do. Because you see, if there would be people that would come to Banahaw to understand it and could support the local tourism, it is about the A market and the international market. That is the only way we will be able to bring revenues into our tourism facilities. So unless we begin to work this way, and that is where we're positioning ourselves, we're positioning on the A and international market, and we will now help support community partners towards more affordable levels. Diba? So lahat tayo ngayon aangat, okay? So I always tell people that our space is just the first structure. You will have the Hill House, you will have Langkaan and what we're developing there. We are going to look at partnerships with our other groups around, and we've already started talking with Elsie's Cafe to see how we can expand a direction. And there are other things that will be happening, no? We are constantly supporting Bangkong Kahoy. We bring our guests there. We market it. We're looking at Pinangdanglayan and Latag down the line. And my issue has been the rain only, and how do we roll out the tours, no? So we will have to have transportation. But at the same time, I said, okay, for October, we'll just do Banahaw Wet and Wild, okay, which is a day trip from Manila, where people will just come and get wet in Santa Lucia and understand Puesto number 1, okay? Now, if you understand what we're doing here in Banahaw Circle, we are taking on the pamumuesto and keeping that cultural tradition alive, because the puestos that are here are unique to Banahaw and the tourism. If we have the beauty of the magnificent view of Bangkong Kahoy, right? And then we have Lukong Valley for the Department of Agriculturally Accredited Farm. So you have farm, then you will have environment up there, and with us you will have culture. So this is what we're about in this space. Culture on the pamumuesto, which we are going to support. Slow food in the food that is traditionally supporting our tradition, and we have already begun training our team in the kitchen to be able to bring it to an international level, because our other partner here is a very known chef, well-known chef and very well-known restaurateur, as well as a catering, big-time caterer. No, her name is Annie Tangko, and she owns the brand of Bizu. So we have brands in Manila. My brand is Eco Store and Great Women, which takes care of community products all the way to market, integrating supply chains, which is what we're going to do also here. So we've chosen to be here because we were called by the mountain. Simple lang yun. Tinawag ko kami, including our third partner na tinawag rin. So nandito kami, Tres Marias, sa pagbubukas ng unang part ng Banahaw Circle, which is Nature Villa. Okay? So, having said that, may I do you a tour? So the house has been expanded, and this is a family home. So it's very challenging for us to make it commercially viable, especially in trying to sell it, because it's a family home. But you will go through the right side, and you will find there the ledge beds. The ledge beds can be all offered and have common bathroom facilities. Okay, so that's how we're selling this. And the 2 bathrooms here support the ledge bed. We have 2 bath caves. Our premium suite are only 2 rooms that has its own bathroom, as well as it's air conditioned and very private. That can be for 3 and for 2, a couple. So this whole area is one part. So after that, you have the second floor, which is again just shared bathroom. Each room has air conditioning, and it's very rustic, but the beds are fantastic. The thread counts of we've followed the international level, no? So this is where we are, in that even if it's rustic in the theme of tourism, you have comfort that could be like in a top class hotel. So that's what we're offering here, and it's small, okay? So after this, I'll let you go around for a while, right? You go around, take a look. That our walls are covered by all crafts. We have our carvers from here. That he's Rodel. He carves beautiful wood there, and he's over there in the side. I mean, sometime you can go visit him. Our panels are from the Mangyans, which I brought in as part of the design field. But everything here takes into account local artisan crafts. Okay, every textile you see are Great Women textiles, hand woven by our kababaihan communities from all around the country, from the north in Tublay all the way to the south in Basilan.